Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can select your difficulty, play style, favorite team, or accessibility options. You can always change these later from the game settings. Accessibility settings. Accessibility settings. Accessibility settings. Accessibility settings.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Breeze now on first down. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for this. Avian Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on here, and pressure coming, and they got him. Jarrell Casey, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him up.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this ball as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A first-time Pro Bowler. Here's James Conner of the Steelers. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. James Conner, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the AFC has taken the early lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is the Rams' Todd Gurley, his 3rd Pro Bowl in 4 seasons. And he'll fight forward to about the 27. Credit the tackle to the Texans' middle linebacker, Benardrick McKinney. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. That's caught at the 25. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play. Breeze finding 53 yards. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination, though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And he's going to go down. Back at the 20. He's sacked. The sack there by J.J. Watt. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing now is Breeze. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. A second-time Pro Bowler here. This is the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Connor. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well, we've talked about this game being hosted here in Orlando, and you and I are quite familiar with this place, especially you. You live, what, 20, 25 minutes from here?
Yeah, not bad at all, right? An easy trip to come right to the studios here in Orlando. You, of course, have to give a little bit more effort, a quick flight, then you're here, but you've learned this city quite well. And how about it, the Madden Studios right here in Orlando? That's where coaching.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. For Patrick Mahomes, what a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city, how well are you set up for future years with that youngster as your quarterback? Not only are the guys on the team excited about it, think about free agents, thinking about where they might want to play. If you're a free agent receiver, you're thinking Kansas City.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Looking long for Thomas. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Charles, this the 2019 Pro Bowl. The AFC's won both games that have been played here in Orlando since they moved it here. Both have been competitive, 20-13 2 seasons ago, and the last year in 2018 it was 24-23 the final.
Yeah, and 2 years ago, Travis Kelce, Lorenzo Alexander were the game MVPs, offense and defense respectively. And then last year, Delaney Walker of the Titans, their tight end, he won it on offense, and Von Miller of the Broncos won it on defense.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right. And that game was played out in L.A., in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then, they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference.
Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit.
Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more after this. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Mahomes now on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Jarvis Landry from 10 yards out. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. The drive there only plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4. Bit if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On 1st down, Breeze. And he will find his Saints teammate Michael Thomas complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, a 22. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot before half for Breeze. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Adam Thielen as time expires in the first half. And the NFC has now cut it to within 1 score. Rosas good with the extra point. So we're in. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will start with Conner, and he'll get this one up to the 26. DeMarcus Lawrence of the Cowboys there on the tackle. You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games 2014, 15, and 16, they tried something a little different. They held essentially a fantasy draft for players. Year 1, it was Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders as captains. Year 2, Michael Irvin and Chris Carter. And then in year 3, Michael Irvin again matching up against Jerry Rice.
And one common denominator, every single one of those guys with a gold jacket, all of them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So they didn't ask you and I to be the captains and make the picks. And by the way, the playmaker, Michael Irvin, went 2-0. And you know I heard all about that.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, we mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl. Of course, for many folks our age, the Pro Bowl always meant a trip to Hawaii. You know, they held it there from 80 till 09, and again for a handful of years in this decade before the last 3 being here in Orlando.
And there's something to be said, no doubt about it, for getting to go to Hawaii. Imagine being named a Pro Bowler and going home and telling your family, we're headed to Hawaii for a vacation. But think about going to Orlando, especially if you've got kids. All the theme parks, all the great things to do, plus not nearly as long a flight no matter where you come from in the United States. I think it's a big deal and a good thing to have it here in Orlando.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And a little floater there is incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that wasn't a real confident throw, but I think we can understand why with the way this game has gone. He's been harassed, moved out of the pocket, sacked a bunch of times. Makes it tough to get set and throw.
Yeah, pressure's been relentless. It was relentless there. A dangerous throw downfield.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy the Madden you already know and love with Madden Ultimate Team, Franchise.
With the first pick in the 2019 NFL Draft.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
Since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the vilp. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip.